Oh, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. I am on my computer, and so it looks different for me here, so I just want to make sure all is good. I can't really see anything. Do, 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 do. Okay. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Life coach, Catalyst Tammy Ward here. I am a transformation transition mindset coach. I have my own business, which is called Embrace Life Boldly with Coach Tammy Ward. And you guys, as you know, I come in here every Monday. I have been doing that since I think like 2018, um, when I became a moderator and a supporter of this page and John Kim and his beliefs with the Journey Company. And I had to come in here and talk about self love, loving self. It is something that I think we all struggle with. And I think we all struggle with like the understanding of what it looks like and what it's supposed to be, and the understanding of what it all is. And so um, I just needed to chat about it. And I thought that you guys would enjoy it as well. I don't know, using my computer, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see comments, so I'm not sure what's happening because I've never done it on my computer before, but here we go. If you do comment, that's awesome. When you check in, I always go back and look at it and relook at everything. I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but I have been like crying my eyeballs out this morning, just thinking about self-love and loving self, and are they two different things? And I have come to find out that self-love and loving self for me are two different things. And so it's about the transformation between the two that causes transition, that helps mindset. And so I wanted to talk with that to you guys today. I believe that self-love is finding routines or finding things that give you boost of um, little boost of love that helps you continue on your path of where you want to go in the world. And I think loving self dives into forgiveness and acceptance and understanding and truth of knowing you. So for shits and giggles, I went on the Google and I simply Googled, how to love yourself. um, Unbeknownst to me, there were several websites that are there to teach you how to love yourself, and which is the self-loving, not how to give yourself self-love, but how to love yourself. And some of the things, I'm going to read some of them to you, and I just would love to see if they resonate with you, or if or how they feel. Yeah. Um, One of them was, you're loving yourself when you begin to um, have people around you that support you, that love you, that that you can trust and thrive and grow with, and that you get rid of like toxic people in your life. So if you're able to do that, um, that is a way that you can love yourself. To have self-loving is to be able to have the people in your life that mean so much to you, that have people in your life that no longer bring you down and set boundaries and things like that. The second thing was putting health first. So they talk about when you're loving yourself, you end up putting your health first. You know the right things to put in your body. You know the right things to do, and to be able to have your brain function at the way that it needs to function. And that is a way that this website said how to love yourself. Um, Another one was do not compare yourself to others. That's a good way to not um, get caught up in the comparison or judgment from others or of others. When we talk about the difference between self-love and loving yourself, that to me is huge in the separation of two, because good, yeah, self-love is, these are the things that I give myself to have love for myself. But loving self is being able to not compare myself to others, to be able to just accept everyone for who they are and accept myself for who I am, the things that I've done. Expressing yourself. Another one was expressing yourself, not ashamed of what you want, not worried what others think. That is a form of how you know that you are loving yourself, because you are in that place of contentment. You're in that place of joy. You're in that place of love, that it really doesn't matter what comes in or what stories you share. If you are at 100% able to share your story of your own truth in your own truth, then that is another form of loving yourself, to be there. Another one was taking that negative voice and switching it out with a positive voice. And to me, that one is more of self love. I do, yeah, I mean, I do this way of self love. I think it's a routine that you can build to have that, to be able to have self love for yourself. But I think loving yourself is accepting those positive thoughts, accepting the negative thoughts, accepting that life is shit and life has happened, and accepting that you can turn it around into a better life for yourself is the self loving. The self love part is reframing the words that you say to yourself. The self loving is the one that will say, I accept all of me. I accept the things from my past. I accept the things in my present moment, and I will accept the things that come to me in the future. So that's how I feel about that one. The next one was go after what you want, um, inner trust, confidence. I think that we can have self love of going after what we want and having the confidence to do so. But with loving yourself, to get to that confidence is again about acceptance and approval for your own self, not from other people. You don't allow other people to gain your confidence. You have to gain your confidence through your own love of yourself. Another one was practice gratitude. And I'm going to dive into that one a little bit later, but practice gratitude. Like, you're so happy with yourself. You're happy that you get to do things, that you're happy to see others succeed. And I think the difference is there is that the self love is having a gratitude every day. Having gratitude every day. But this is the thing about gratitude. You can express gratitude, but you also, expressing gratitude is self love, but loving yourself is receiving gratitude. So, asking yourself, do you shut down when there's love and praise from entering your being, from entering, like someone pays you a compliment, do you immediately have to go to, well, hey, um, like if they say, oh my gosh, thank you so much for helping me with that. And then you come back and say, oh my gosh, well, you did all the work. I'm just here to support you, right? That is, you're not receiving gratitude there. By loving yourself, you just simply say, you are so welcome. Thank you. You're so welcome. And not even have a thank you back. Now, self love is that expression of gratitude, that expression of like, I am grateful for this. I am grateful for that. I'm grateful I get to. I'm grateful that we have this. I'm grateful for that. The loving self is receiving that gratitude, receiving that love, receiving it. And that's it. You don't have to say, you just say, you're welcome. Thank you for the love, right? You don't have to say anything back. You don't have to deflect because you want to be vulnerable. You don't have to reciprocate because it's not, the person is giving you praise or giving you gratitude. They're giving you thank you. You don't have to discount anything by loving yourself, by receiving gratitude, and by receiving that gratitude, by loving yourself. It's about accepting rather than deflecting. It's about, savor that praise, take it in, let it be one with you. you know don't expect something back, don't search for something, don't when you do something for others, don't expect them to be like over the moon, so grateful that you did it. Just do it because you love to do it. Do it because that's just it. You loved that moment. And that's what I have about gratitude. The difference between express gratitude and the difference between receiving gratitude. Um, yeah, I think that's what I want to say there. Um, Another thing was, great things will happen when you put positive energy into it. So the thing about self love is that you can become positive within a second with self love. Whether you're getting your toes done, your nails done, you're eating that ice cream, you're going for a run, that is self love. That is just instant positive energy, instant. But at the same time, and I'm not going to say but, and at the same time, when you are loving yourself, you know that whatever energy is around you is going to lead to something great. Meaning that even if you have negative energy around you, you know that there's a lesson in there and then it's going to send you somewhere to something great. When you have the positive energy, that can propel you into knowing that you're going to be doing something that's great soon. That's something that is just like above and beyond. And so this whole video is really just about the difference between self love and loving yourself. And I have been on a roller coaster of that my whole life. I know what it looks like to love myself. I know what it looks like to have self love for myself. Self love for me is routine. Self love for me is yes, getting toxic people out of my life. Self love means being the most authentic as I can be. Self love means finding things that bring me joy, to be in a good vibrational energy, right? But loving self, okay, not but. I keep saying but, and I want to say and loving self is knowing that to get toxic people out of your life, you have to forgive them. You have to forgive yourself. You have to set boundaries. For loving yourself in your own truth means to understand the realism, the metaphors, the way that your higher self protected you in certain moments that allowed you to see things differently or view things differently than what other people did that were actually in the same room as you, because everyone has an experience of a moment, right? Everybody has an experience of a moment, and when we have that experience as a moment, that is our truth, right? No matter how the divine, our higher self, wants us to see it, that is our truth. It may be completely described completely different than what someone else has said. Just like, the same thing as when you having a conversation, with someone and the argument's getting higher and they're perceiving your words differently than what you're putting out to your words. It's the same thing. Loving yourself means that you are going to accept that part of where it's metaphorically, it's real, it's your truth. It it's your truth. And sometimes we think our memory has faded. Sometimes we think our memory is not true of that moment. But however that plays out is loving yourself through that, is forgiving yourself for thinking that you're allowing lies to show up in your life. It's just the way things have had to happen for you, for your brain to protect you, and for you to move forward and for you to learn a lesson. Self-love looks like, again, expression of gratitude, expression of being grateful. That's self love. But loving yourself is receiving gratitude, receiving love back from people, receiving love from people, receiving and not expecting. It's just accepting. It's just, yes, thank you. And not saying anything back, just receiving that gratitude and receiving love the best way you can. That's how you begin to love yourself. And yeah, self love is about doing things that make you feel great, right? That make you feel amazing in that moment. But loving yourself is knowing that when the hardest times come, you can have the tools and the knowledge and the understanding that loving yourself is all you need to do. And that vulnerability is a huge part of that. And forgiveness and acceptance is a huge part of that. And that your way to full manifestation, your way of getting the life that you want. There's my dogs in the background because they're always here. For you to be able to get what you want is loving yourself through your pain, loving yourself through your happiness, loving yourself through your doubts, loving yourself through your worth, and loving yourself in all aspects where life is showing you the lesson, where your higher self is saying, no, we have to go through this so you'll finally get it. And that's loving yourself. And those are the different things that I have between what self love looks like and loving yourself, and how different the two can be. But yet, when they're combined, it's a beautiful thing. You know, we all struggle with it. We all struggle with loving ourselves through our pain, through everything else. We struggle with the lies and exaggerations we've done and said, and it's hard to understand that this higher self, this higher purpose, this higher reasoning for life is going to keep coming back to you until you fully are loving yourself. And little bouts of self love can get you there. And that's how they combine. I hope this serves you. I really needed to make this video for my own purpose. I'm grateful that you're listening, but I'm also receiving gratitude for myself to be able to be vulnerable enough to share this with you, to be here with you, to do it for me. And if you can do anything this week, and wherever you can, and whenever you can, write down what you do for self love, what you give yourself, and then write down what it is to have self love, loving yourself, what it feels like loving yourself, what it feels like, what things are for self love, and what it feels like loving yourself. And I can tell you, it is an eye opening experience. And if any of you want love and support with that, just reach out, because we all need to. We all need to figure out how the little things of self love need to turn into loving ourselves more. And that's what's up, guys. Until next time, keep loving, keep growing, and keep embracing life boldly.